Hey guys, what's up? It's me, I'm back, and today I'm going to be talking about books I'm ashamed I haven't read yet. It's pretty self-explanatory. The majority of these books I do own. They are very easily at my disposal. I just haven't read, and a lot of these books I have owned for well over a year. Like, the majority of these books I have owned for over a year, and I just haven't read them. So let's just get. First book is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I have heard nothing but phenomenal things about this book. I think what's stopping me from reading it is the premise does not sound interesting to me. It's just about, what's it about? It's about like cyborgs or something, which are like robots. I'll get to it. I want to like be on the Cinder train, but I'll get to it, okay? Next, I have TheDarkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. And again, I've had this book for a while. I don't really know why I haven't picked this up. The premise sounds really interesting. I've heard kind of mixed things about it. Mostly good things, though. So I think I'm going to enjoy it. I just need to, like, actually pick it up and read it. Next, you probably saw this in my May TBR, Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. Now, this one I really don't have an explanation for because I've had it on my shelf for a very long time. I read Shadow and Bone. I absolutely loved Shadow and Bone. I'm so excited to see where the story goes. I just haven't read. I have An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, and I read the first 66 pages. And you might see this bookmark and be like, oh, so you're reading it right now. No, I read the first 66 pages at least 6 months ago. Probably longer, and just put a bookmark in and just put it on my shelf and didn't pick it up. I don't know, I just wasn't in like a reading mood. So, but like it was interesting. Like the story seems interesting, and I think it's gonna go in like a good direction. The second book's out now too. Next, I have Queen of Shadows by J Maas. This is the fourth book in the Throne of Glass series. I've read the first three. Honestly, Heir of Fire, I didn't like it that much. I think it just might have been because it took me forever to read Heir of Fire. Like, I was just trying to read it. I was kind of in a reading slump when I was like forcing myself to read it, and I was kind of busy. It took me like 6 months to read that book. So I think that's the main reason I didn't really like it, but I didn't really like it. I've been hesitant to pick this up, but I really want to finish the series. I know the next one's out. I'll read this. Next, going along with J Maas, I have A Court of Thorns and Roses. I bought this like when it came out. Most of these books I got like when they came out. I just haven't read them. I don't really know why I haven't read this. I've heard that this one is okay, but I've heard that the second one, A Court of Mist and Fury, that's what it's called. I've heard that that one is phenomenal. So I really want to like get into the series and see what it's about and stuff. But well, it's about fairies, I know that. But see what like all the hype is about. So again, like I'm gonna read it. Next, I have Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Again, have a bookmark in this one. Don't let that fool you. Read this, again, over 6 months ago. Got 30 pages into this one. And that probably took me like 2 minutes because it's told in like all like files or just stuff. So like this is a quick book to get through, even though it's kind of thick. Like, I mean, it doesn't take that long. And I know the second book in this series is out. I think this is going to be a trilogy. I don't know though. I'll read it. Next, and this is probably the one that I am most ashamed of never having read. That is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. I absolutely love all the Shadowhunter books. I just haven't read this yet. And like I've heard nothing but great things about it, and like I am so like engrossed into this world. And I know I'm gonna love it. I just haven't read it. And if you watched my May TBR, you know that this is like next on my list. Well, after Tales from Shadowhunter Academy. So I'll read that. I'll read this. Maybe by the time this video is up, this will already be done. I don't know. Okay, the next book on here is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. Bought it on my Kindle when I first got my Kindle 3 years ago. And I haven't read it. Historical fiction is really my thing. I'll read it at some point. Was it supposed to be like super sad? I actually really like sad books. Like when someone says a book's like super like sad or emotional, like that like draws me to it. But I don't know, I just don't like historical fiction, so I just haven't picked it up. And then finally, this is a book I do not own. I feel like I should have read it by now, and that is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. One of my friends is like super obsessed with this book. She's like always hounding me to read it. I haven't read it. I'll read it. Just not today. So that's all for the books I'm ashamed I haven't read. I hope you liked this. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.